Hello and welcome all of you to this wonderful program called Quarterdeck. But this time the Quarterdeck has a lot of difference. We are at the Dubai International Boat Show, and what a venue this is. It's full of fun, yachts, boats, equipments and whatnot here at the Dubai International Boat Show. We're very privileged to be here at the stalls of Lamberti, and I have with me the lovely Jan from London. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, Srijit. Thank you so much for stopping by.
When I just walked up into your stall,
Yes.
I picked up the phrase affordable luxury. Why affordable luxury for Lamberti?
Lamberti is a new brand to the Middle East, and we want to let people know that luxury does not necessarily have to cost squillions and millions and trillions. So what we're presenting is lifestyle and luxury that is affordable. We have yachts, which I believe is the new luxury, and it's going to be yachts manufactured in China, and they have interiors and engines and electrics coming from Europe.
So it's a multilingual of Chinese and European.
Multilingual. It's multifaceted. I think that we take the best of the whole world. The Chinese are fantastic at manufacturing, and I think that the Italians are fabulous at design. So Lamberti's design is from Italy, and then the electrics are from the UK, and the gearboxes from Germany, and there are other bits and pieces from all over Europe.
Tell us the specialities of Lamberti, 80 in particular.
Well, 80 foot is, if people want to start buying yachts, they tend to choose an 80 foot. I think that it's bigger than if they've had a 46 foot, it's bigger than a 62 foot, and it's something that people can still drive themselves and they don't need so much crew. So our 80 foot is selling for 2.8 million US dollars. And if you have one of the better well-known European brands, you'd be paying about 40% more than that. We still have to tell people about our brand in the Middle East, but those who already own our boats in Europe say that it is similar in feel and design to those that are the European brands, but the price is much less.
Now you're in Dubai.
I'm in Dubai. I love Dubai.
You love Dubai?
Yes.
So you're a frequent visitor to Dubai, or?
I had been coming here previously, and I have been so amazed at the growth of Dubai in the last 4 years, and also the fact that it is the melting pot of the world. And this boat show, I must say, I congratulate the organizers, because the way it is designed, they've got footfall, which means that people come by our stand from the entrance and they are able to see everything, and it's cool, and the way they've displayed the big yachts outside is amazing. Did you see the Sunseeker, the very large Sunseeker yacht?
Oh yes.
As a lifestyle consultant, the way they've done that, they've made that like the feature of the outside yachts, and it's framed like a painting. And I like to think that we, in this boat show, we're in a room mostly full of equipment, and we like to also let people think that lifestyle and luxury is something that is catching your eye, that stands out above the rest. Like what you said, Srijit, about, you said to me, what did you say about luxury? What is luxury to you?
Well, luxury to me is comfort and style. For example, if I travel in a Mercedes-Benz, I think it's luxury, you know. The
Yes.
comfort, the style, the facilities, it doesn't mean that you should spend such a lot of money and then for the name's sake. That's what I feel.
Exactly. And you also did say, we were talking about, we're comparing, because Lamberti is new on the block, and we were comparing, Lexus used to have no brand, and Lamberti is building its brand, but it's about lifestyle. And I think that lifestyle is about, when people buy a boat from Lamberti, they want to come to us, they see me, they see the stand, they feel comfortable, and they trust me that when they get a yacht, they get a lifestyle that represents what we represent. And I think that coherence in branding, coherence in what we have here, whether or not we have a boat or not, is about putting in your mind an aspiration of what you imagine is luxury.
Well, luxury, comfort and safety at sea has a correlation to Lamberti.
Absolutely. Not only I, but Dennis Boone, the director of the company, is very, very fastidious about safety standards. Actually, before any yacht is passed for sale, you have to be certified for safety. And if something is going to be, for example, if somebody buys an 80 foot and they want to charter it out, the maximum number of people they can have with our safety features is 12. We have a life raft, and we have for 12 people, and we have an additional inflatable raft for 6. We have GPS tracking systems, we have all the standard systems, which are, it's compulsory for certification. If you want to have your yacht chartered by the major companies in the world, but even if you are an owner user, most owner users, the captains I know anyway, they will not go out unless the safety features on the craft are perfect. And it's a very interesting point that I also bring up is about the interiors. I once saw a documentary about that dreadful accident in Norway where most of the passengers died because of inhaling the fumes from the toxic paint on the wallpaper. And these are things that we consider in Lamberti. What kind of material the carpets are made of, they all have to be fire resistant, they have to be built to a standard. That is what is also called European spec, European standard. You've got to have wallpaper paints that are non-toxic, all the standards are there met. So if you buy a Lamberti, you can feel quite safe and sure that you've got a boat with the certification that is required.
Now, how have you molded your operations with regard to the global credit crunch crisis?
I think the global credit crunch, people, it's in our favor because, again, the 80-foot is something that people always look to buy for a first yacht or perhaps upgrade from a smaller yacht. And people will want to bargain. Even there are a lot of people out there who have been affected, but they still have tens and hundreds of millions. So when they buy a yacht, they want to feel that they're getting affordable luxury. They're not getting, perhaps they normally would have bought the other ones, but because of, it's a psychological thing. It's psychological for a lot of people. But as I said to you, I read that in the newspaper this morning in Dubai, which was very cleverly put, that I think that buying a yacht is an asset. For example, I'll tell you a story that happened 2 years ago. A very famous European yacht was built for a billionaire, and he paid 60 million for this yacht. And another billionaire came along and said, I want to have a yacht, la, la, la. And so the person said, you have to wait 5 years. He banged the table, he said, I don't want to wait 5 years, I want a yacht now. He said, well, I've sold the yacht, but you can go and talk to the owner. So he went to the person, and he resold that yacht for 120 million. And he said he just had to sell it. It was just too good a price. Now, that will not happen again in the credit crunch. But there are people who want big yachts now. A big yacht takes 5 years to build. An 80-foot will take 10 months to build. So also, in the yachting industry, there's such a thing as no cash, no splash. I love that phrase. Because if you don't pay...
No cash, no splash.
No cash, no splash.
Well, what is so special about Lamberti? What is it that it has which does not have in its competitors? What is the unique selling proposition of Lamberti?
The unique selling price is the little slogan that captured your eye, and it was affordable luxury. Its style and its price. I have been a lifestyle consultant for over 25 years, and I know what the lifestyle is that these people aspire to, or which people have who own yachts. But it's giving it to them at a price that's not ridiculous. And I hope, and we are going to try to maintain, that we can keep on doing this, and Lamberti is going to represent affordable luxury.
So your unique selling proposition comes from the tagline itself.
Tagline itself. And I'll say something, it's been very interesting sitting here. It's about branding. We're a brand that we are building up a brand. And you know that people are attracted to you when they are drawn to the brand. And people have been, their eye is caught always, affordable luxury, style and price.
Are you planning for any tie-ups, deals, agency?
Yes,
or
we've
somewhere
been
here?
speaking. For dealerships, not necessarily, because we are a new brand. I'm very particular that we are represented properly. In business, I believe the brand is how you present yourself, and I'm sure I will meet that person in time to come. But I value my customers very, very much, and I want them to trust what they meet here at this stand, and that at the moment is me and my colleague, the director, Dennis Boone.
Well, imagine I've bought a Lamberti yacht.
Thank you.
How do I travel? Where do I travel? What do I wear?
Okay, that's a very good question. Thanks for asking. It's again about lifestyle. So we've talked a lot about the interior, but what about the people? Do you invite people on? Do you just have your family? You can choose to be either very casual, I've known friends who've gone on yacht weekends with people who own yachts in Europe, and they've found that it's a bit stuffy, and that they've got, they're not allowed to touch the towels or do this and do that. So I would hope that people who own a Lamberti would feel that they can have a barbecue, that they usually will. You can either be smart casual, or and in fact I'm going to go and see. There's a friend of mine here, for example. His name is Abdullah. He's got a company called Over the Top, and he's got the perfect kind of resort wear, which is like sheer chiffons and sequins. You can wear loafers. People don't always have to drink champagne. Champagne is something. When I actually fitted out a yacht last year, and it was very interesting when I went to Cannes. You'd typically look at Christoffel or Villeroy and Bosch. You'd look at Rosenthal. It's the wonderful, the Ferretti, the beautiful things. Our yachts have Miele kitchen finishes. So you'd be looking at the most beautiful, fine Italian cotton. And it shouldn't just be the interior, it should be you. It should be the whole, but it shouldn't be snobby, and it shouldn't be contrived. It should be natural. But if you want to just go out and loaf about, then you can just wear casual denims and things, or even bathers and go out. I think so. You've got to have two different kind of things. Food on a yacht, of course, naturally seafood. And the wonderful thing is you can travel from here. I think it's very popular to go to Oman, and seafood is great. And you can. The wonderful thing about a yacht, which Dennis told me this morning, if you own an aircraft, darlings, listen to this. When you're in turbulence, you're stuck there up in the sky. When you're out at sea here, if you suddenly hit bad weather, you go and look for the nearest port. And then you'll have restaurants and you'll have shops. And that's the beauty about owning a yacht, that it's versatile. And there is, throughout the world, there is such a fabulous network of captains and crew. And you might find, we also offer the facility of helping owners choose crew, because crew is just as important. Crew is an extension of yourself and also an interpretation of your lifestyle. So you can go anywhere. If you want to, for a smaller boat, if you want to, for example, if you ship the boat over from China, they have to be they're not containerized. I actually didn't know this. They sit in a cradle on top of containers when they are shipped from China. So you would have to basically look at chartering or cruising around here. But again, the beauty is that there's so many places you can explore. You can drop an anchor, you can go swimming, you can go off and go to the restaurants, and it's something, it's intimate. And I once upon a time would have dinner parties for 16, and I thought that was fabulous. But now I like the idea of having intimacy. So on an 80-foot, you can have 6 guests. And when you're there, you will know those guests. And it's something that you will eat either on the yacht or offshore. And you can play games, you can do all sorts of things. There's so much fun.
Sky is the limit.
Sky is the limit.
Or ocean is the limit.
The ocean is the limit.
The ocean is the limit.
Absolutely.
I would like to honor you with the title by saying that you're the right lady for the right chair.
Oh, thank you so much, Srijit. Well, when we have our first Lamberti yacht here, we shall invite you and your cameras on for our first party in Dubai.
It's an honor for us. Thank you very much.
My pleasure,
It was fun speaking to you, and what an experience.
Absolutely.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.